What's up, everyone? NFL Week 2 kicks off tonight. Thursday Night Football. We've got the Commanders, we've got the Packers, and I'm Zach Reger with SBD here to give you my favorite picks. They're all player props. Stayed away from the side and total, so sorry, but I really feel good about these 4 player props for Thursday Night Football. If you would like to bet along with me, I have links in the description to the sports books that have the best odds for each of these props. Sportsbook to sportsbook, it really changes whether it's the line, whether it's the odds. So make sure you get the best number. And right before I get into them, please like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate all of you guys. And let's keep having a great football season. So starting off, Tucker Kraft over 38.5 receiving yards, which is minus 110 at Bet365. This line has really moved. It was 32.5, and now it's getting closer and closer to 40. I'm seeing some 40s out there. The Packers really did not have to throw the ball much last week, but I think that's going to change tonight. Still, Kraft led the Packers in all routes run and in passing down snaps. I think this line is deflated due to the Packers not throwing the ball that much and the Commanders' defense just shutting down the Giants, but it was the Giants. Kraft will be on the field, and the Packers want to get him the ball. He even had a rush last week, despite having just 2 catches on 4 targets. He averaged 50.83 receiving yards per game over his last 6 games last regular season. And in 2024, he led all qualifying tight ends in yards after the catch. I think we just need a few receptions here to get at least 39 receiving yards. And then I'm also betting Tucker Kraft anytime touchdown at plus 225 at Fanatics. Washington gave up 8 touchdowns to tight ends last year, gave up 1 to the Giants last week. Tucker Kraft scored last week, and he can score again. For a lot of the reasons why I like his receiving yards over. I think Kraft has himself a night. Then let's look at some Commanders players. I like Jaden Daniels over 8.5 rushing attempts at minus 130 at FanDuel. Jaden Daniels rushed the ball 11 times against the Giants. He has at least 9 rush attempts in 6 of his last 8 games dating back to last season. The Packers defense, it's really good. We saw it last week. Their pass rush is impressive, especially with Micah Parsons. And with that, I expect Jay Daniels to be scrambling, moving around the pocket, and that will lead to more rush attempts. And that, of course, is on top of his already designed runs. So really like Jay Daniels to have at least 9 rush attempts tonight. And then lastly, Deebo Samuel over 58.5 rushing and receiving yards at minus 118 at BetMGM. With that Packers pass rush, I expect a lot more quick completions, close to line of scrimmage, and that points us to Deebo Samuel. Deebo played really well in his Commanders debut, looked good. He caught 7 of his 10 targets last week for 77 yards, and he also had a 19-yard rush. I still think it's going to take Terry McLaurin a little bit of time to get back in his groove with him sitting out this offseason. And Deebo, 10 targets, 7 catches. He already has Daniels' trust. He'll be lined up all over the field, get his touches. He'll get a rush or 2 to help with this prop. And if the Commanders are down like the point spread suggests, they're underdogs, the Commanders will need to throw the ball more, which helps this bet. And the Jaden Daniels rush attempts, it also helps because he'll be out moving around in the pocket. Really like all 4 of these bets, so that's what I'm looking at. Tucker Kraft over receiving yards, Tucker Kraft anytime touchdown, Jaden Daniels over rush attempts, and Deebo Samuel over rushing and receiving. Thank you all so much for watching. It's NFL Week 2. Let's have a great night.